I'm
just using the same link as last time.
Okay, I'm going now and accept me. Accept.
Oh,
Is
you're breaking.
Nancy looking for everyone
Yeah, dude,
else?
she's rugging. She's rugging.
Yeah, she's working.
Yeah.
We're live. Faye is live. Wait, you got it set up, Faye?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Nice, dude. Thank you. That's
No,
awesome.
you just have to connect to Twitter in the beginning of the restream thing.
So you can do that. You don't have to do the RTMP.
No, you don't have to connect it again. No.
Oh, let's go.
Guys, if I'm muted sometimes, it's because I'm coughing. You can tell from my voice. It's not the best.
Dude, I sound so tired too. I sound like I just woke up.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
I sound like I just woke up, which I did. I'm gonna do my makeup right here while we speak. Oh, we have 7 viewers. Hey, everybody.
Lol. What's up, guys?
Guys.
Sup.
Oh, Tut's here.
Hello,
And
Tut.
Nancy.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, what's good?
Hey, happy
What's
to be here.
good?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining.
Nice.
I'm trying to figure out a best way for us to.
I love that Nancy and I are wearing red. Let's go.
I know. You guys look so cute. Hey, look at him.
I like the
Hey.
GM.
I like how he had to put like something red to just match the aesthetic for like the day.
Yeah,
Right?
just flowers.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man. Is this stream fine at the moment? It's not having any issues
It's
anymore.
working.
I just was gonna check abstract. Yeah.
AC, you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
I am.
And then when we're ready, I wanted to play the intro video. I'm gonna do it now. Real quick. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining the show. We are live here. I will be joining on video in a few minutes. And I'm going to just kick it off and give it the floor to you girls to introduce our amazing guests.
Anyone want to take a gander? Because I'm not. I'm being honest. Because like my voice.
Or I was gonna let AC if she wanted to, but
Yeah, no worries. I'm just trying to make sure that I've got this hooked up properly because I just attached my mic again to my laptop. Can y'all hear me fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Let's see.
Happy to have you here.
Okay, perfect.
Hi. I'll be there in a second.
GM. Actually, okay, so I would make a bad introduction for this because I feel like I don't know enough. I know that you make abstract generated art. Tut. Is it Tut?
Yeah, it's Tut.
Okay. Yeah. So especially like just before launch, that's kind of when I became aware of you and your work. So could you kind of give us an introduction to your pieces, because I feel like I'm only superficially aware.
Yeah, so I've been in this space as an artist for 3-4 years now, and I've been a creator and artist my whole life. And this latest project, Abstractions, was pretty cool process. It was totally organic. During the early days of abstract, I just started making abstract pieces of art of community members and their PFPs, and it just grew from there. And yeah, like there's a story behind it. Like my intention as an artist in this space is to create art that people would want to have in their home, that doesn't necessarily say like this is an NFT or this is a PFP, to try to kind of break that association and have the conversation start with, oh, that's a cool piece of art, and then the conversation can go from there into the story behind it, as opposed to someone coming in and say, oh, is that an NFT, or oh, is that a PFP? So that's really my goal. So all the pieces you see, the base artwork is a PFP, and then I've abstracted it away to just look like an abstract painting. So that's how the project started. That's the idea behind it. And then create a whole bunch of layers for it. Just kept really going from there. And honestly, like, it's still going. Like, I'm making these one of one PFPs, and they're finding their own designs. But really, it's just like a celebration of the space. It's visually just a nice thing to look at and have in your home. I just went and got a print done today to test out, because there's a lot of people that want physicals. So I got a little test print done, which is really cool. It's on German etching, which is probably hard to see, but it has like some texture to it, which is really nice. So this is the journey right now.
Okay, can I ask you something in general before you are starting with your art? And I need to know you more, because are you new in the space? Oh, wow.
Am I new in the space? No, I was here in like 2020.
Oh, from very long time. And you have made other collections too. Why you are you like this space? What you found until now? And then I would like to know about abstraction and all your progress this day.
Yeah. So, sorry, could you ask the first question again?
Okay, in general, how was your path until now? How is your feeling about all these years you are in space? We have changes about art, about these things.
Yeah. So, what I really love about my path in this space is it hasn't been forced at all. Everything has happened just through general interest. Everything's happened through fun, and then obviously there's the financial component that's exciting too. And like, everything about this space, especially for me as an artist, is like, it's just attractive to me without me really thinking about it. So I started in the space. Has anyone here ever heard of NBA Top Shot?
I believe so.
Yes, I had when I first entered space. I had won NFT NBA Top Shot.
Yeah, that's essentially how my journey started. So I've always been an artist, always been interested in investing and markets, and like, I'm a college professor. I teach stuff about how students can like interpret spreadsheets for financial stuff. So I'm like, it's kind of like the like, I don't know what's the word. It's like everything emerging into one is like all my interests. So I was on like a banking website, and I saw something about NFTs and NBA Top Shot, and I was like, this is dumb. But then I was like, that's what everyone thought about Bitcoin. I was like, I got to look into it. I bought some packs for like $7, and then I told some of my friends, because we're basketball fans, and they're like, yeah, that's dumb, whatever. And then a week later, they started sending me news articles about it and some of the sales, and I was like, oh, I should check out those cards I bought. And all these cards I'd bought were like $1,000. And I was like, this is the most insane thing that's ever happened to me from like an investing standpoint. And so it was just like, it wasn't a fluke per se. It was just like, kind of follow some interest, see what happens. And then that kind of kicked off like a financial start to the space, where I had some capital to then go and play with. And like, I was around when Bored Apes were minting, and like all these early projects were minting, like the NFT craze of 2021. I was around for a lot of that, and I invested in some. I did okay, and quickly started to learn about the whole art side of it. And as an artist, I've always been an artist. I was like, I gotta dabble in this, and that's how I started. And honestly, like, that path of just following that kind of, not following the doubtful mind and following the more of like interest of like, what could this be? That's pretty much how I go through the space. So like, hearing Abstract starting as a chain by Igloo Inc., which is run by Luca Netz, I was like, I got to see what's going on here. I'm gonna go check that out. That's really, really interesting. And understanding that their goal is to reach the broader consumer internet native that isn't on the blockchain. I'm like, that's a really, like, that's a smart thing to try to go after. And I was like, wouldn't it be cool to have like a very early or the first art collection on the consumer blockchain? Like, that is an awesome opportunity. So that's what really got me into this collection and got it started.
Wow. We were in the same period.
Yeah.
Okay, just a quick just segue. What do you think about like the dumb arts that actually exist in the space as an artist's point of view? Like for example, Goblin Towns.
Honestly, I think everything is like I think everything is cool in that set. Like anything that if someone's gonna put something out there like Goblin Town, like I like at the time, like as an aesthetic, I was like, I hate this. I don't like the look of it. But art is so much more than the aesthetic, like the story behind it. Oh yeah, people were shilling it to me when it was like 0.1, and I was like, this is dumb. I'm not buying any, and I didn't. And then it went up a lot of money, and it like that's what I love about this space is the like the public persona of like what's valuable and what's art is just like a culturally agreed upon thing. Like people just agreed that like Goblin Town was like representative of the time, and they're like we're into it. And it's still like relevant in some way. So I think that's really cool. Like I actually love that's what I really like about this space is it blends with like internet culture and what like the consumers, like everyone involved in is agreeing is like a funny thing or like a relevant topic to talk about. And everyone kind of votes with their crypto or votes with their tweets, which like that to me is artistic. Like if you can build if you can generate images that represent the overall vibe of the space and then have everyone in the space like put their hand up and be like, you know, this we connect with this, like you just orchestrated mindshare. Like that to me is like there's so much artistic value and creativity in that because it's actually so hard to do. But yeah, aesthetically, I was like, these Goblin Towns are ugly.
I feel like even though you're talking about it aesthetically, if you just look at the art, like the first impression you get is shit, that's ugly.
Yeah.
But then the art is so like, you know, it's so well made that everyone's emotion's going to be the same. Like shit, that's ugly, but it's so intricately ugly. Like it's portrayed really well. That was their whole aesthetic, and I think they pulled it off pretty well.
Yeah, my favorite collection is Bitcoin puppets.
Yeah.
They are.
Crayon
straight
art.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, because it's what that collection is about and the artist intention behind it is like it's like performance art that is never stopping. And like that to me is exciting. Like I'm like that like once you get into the whole Bitcoin puppet like theory and lore, I'm like, this is a masterpiece. And I know it sounds crazy, but like it follows the same stuff as like Andy Warhol, you know? Like when Andy Warhol was like regenerating a soup can, a lot of people were like, this is dumb. This isn't art. But there was so much more meaning and intention behind it. Like these things definitely fall into the more contemporary arts things where it's like, you know, the banana taped to a wall or toilet seat or a sink. Like it's like what are we looking at here? This isn't a Picasso. Like this isn't a beautiful painting. But I really like a lot of that stuff. But yeah, straight up like Bitcoin puppets, I'm like, this is the best. I friggin' love Bitcoin puppets. I love the crayon art. Like that's intentional and it's meant to be that way. And I challenge anyone to look at a Bitcoin puppet and not smile.
That's fair.
Well,
okay, so you spoke about culture a little bit. I assume there's like a certain culture you want to cultivate with the art that you're creating, right? I'm a little bit interested in terms of that. Like, what's the kind of people you want to want to be attracted to your art type of thing? I know it's open to interpretation. I can get that just a bit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually inspired by like the founder or the artist of Bitcoin puppets, Le Puppet Fou, or just LeFou, which is like I find in the art world, even in the digital art world, like the fine art movement has this kind of like, I don't know, like cool kids club kind of thing to it. artists, there's also a perception of artists in the world that we're like these sacred, sensitive creatures, and if you like criticize us too much or something, like we're just like really defensive. And so the culture I want to represent is the antithesis of that. I want the collection to be able to bridge the gap between being fine art. Like I'm going to one of the finest print shops in North America to get my prints done, where they're like, if you're not dropping thousands of dollars on a big run, we're not even going to print for you, because we print for the Art Gallery of Ontario. And I just had a meeting with them to like work on prints. So like I dip into that world. But then online, like a holder of mine looked at a piece and was like, is that Free Willy and the kid on Free Willy in the art? And I was like, I don't know, but if you want to do that, and then like drew a meme of it, and I was like, let's go, like throw like have some fun with it, be silly, because I think like there's a community aspect in the crypto world where like a value proposition is fun, like having fun, memeing, joking around, and like I'm all into that. So I'm kind of bridging both worlds. Like if someone wants to FUD me, I'm like, yeah, go for it. Like have some fun with that. I try not to take myself too seriously, and that is part of the culture. Is like it's like in like I strategically, when I was like whitelisting the project, wasn't only going to art communities. I was like, if you're a Degen and you want to own some art, like come on, like I'll have you in the club. Like we can have some fun with this. Like this isn't a exclusive club only for people that like understand art on an emotional level. Like that's not what this is about. So
you really said in the club we all fam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the best part about art.
I like that. I like that.
Can I ask some general question? Do you have Discord? Do you have like a group chat with your holders?
Yeah, I've got a group chat on X.
Okay, super.
Yeah, and we're vibing in there. It's great.
Yes, in general, I love art. I have an artist profile in. I don't know if you know her. Is from. I don't remember her name. Okay, it's an art from Solana chain.
Yeah,
I love art. I'm in a lot artist groups in Discord and in X. All these years, and sorry for my English, because I'm Greek and my English are not perfect. Okay, I'm trying every time to find the words. So, all this time, I'm seeing a lot of artists being succeed. Other artists just are there just for their art, trying to bring value to their holders.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you, beside the art, because this is your main focus, because you are an artist, what things you are focusing also to bring value to your holders, to bring your art in a better position?
Yeah, so it relates to the first question, which is like, what is the culture I'm trying to generate? And the idea is like the first thing is like you're holding the first generative art piece on Abstract Chain. Okay, like super. That's like a full stop moment. It's like provenance like that has amazing power. Like you can't take that away. You can't do anything with it other than just be like, yeah, that's right. So that was like the first intent. And what I say to my holders is that messaging we can always share and we can always have part of this journey. And anything else that comes after that is all like a cherry on top bonus. But that doesn't mean I'm not doing anything with it. My concept with this is like the start of a brand. And my job is to kind of grow that brand. So I'm setting stuff up kind of constantly in the background to turn abstractions into a like recognizable cultural brand and phenomenon that people can correlate to Abstract Chain, because I also want Abstract Chain to win. So like I'm going to New York next week because there's going to be an abstraction on a billboard in Times Square.
Wow.
So,
oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's a huge reveal. That's gigantic.
Yeah, that was a huge reveal.
yeah,
Wow.
Congratulations.
Actually dropped that in. Like,
yeah. So I've booked everything. I'm going to New York next weekend. And that's part of it. I have an art director I've hired to help me with some of the messaging. I've been talking to Do You Like It, Dilly, about some collaborations there. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like just building the art into a recognizable brand that people can easily associate with, like, oh, that's the first generative art on Abstract Chain. That's kind of really all it is. But in all honesty, for holders, it's like you're owning a piece of provenance and history. Like,
Yeah.
like when people, like, if Abstract Chain becomes a consumer chain and there's like billions of people on it, and the like art's going to hold a percentage of that mind share. So if you're a streamer and you're making a whole bunch of money and you're like, oh, I would love to like display some abstract native art on my wall when I'm streaming. It's like having an abstractions can be a part of that cultural flex. And you see that like in the older NFT space, like a lot of streamers or a lot of people that go like live on X or something will have like a CryptoPunk or something like that in the background. Well, and abstractions can be that for Abstract Chain. And then there's like the classic, you know, utility stuff. Like I am networking my butt off in Abstract, trying to hook up my holders with like whatever project whitelist or whatever opportunity comes. Like I'm like,
this is great.
I'm the door to door, like knocking, you know, with my little pamphlet and folder, like, hey, what's up, abstractions? Would love to collab with you. And there's lots of, you know, projects that are reaching out to me as well, trying to collab. I'm just trying to find like quality for my holders. But yeah, like I'm constantly looking for opportunities to reward the holders through new things coming in too. But that's like an obvious, like if you have a collection, you're not doing that. I think it's a missed opportunity for sure.
Yes, that's one thing I'm super bullish about you. I'm going to buy an abstraction also. I'm not holding yet, but
Dope.
I think that's the way for artists, because all these months, years, and I have and exactly thought about artists and that artworks. I'm thinking that artists must do something different. For example, you are the first in abstract, and this is very, very big, and we have to spread it. We have to tell it to everyone.
Yeah.
We haven't already a lot of artist collection, and when we will have, you'll be the first.
Yes.
This is not change, so
exactly.
You are something big. First of this. Second, I'm super bullish about for artists when they are focusing to one work. So, for example, you have no abstraction. I wouldn't like to have another collection only in 1 month or in a week or in 2 months. Of course, you can have, but when you bring your abstraction to the position when where you want. And third, I totally agree that whitelist for other great art project will be a great benefit for your holders. And of course, you have to pick one by one to have the value you want. And for these three, I think this is the secret, the perfect ingredients for artists and the work to make big steps. So you have three of the three.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
super.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that.
Beautiful, Nancy.
I appreciate that
don't
so
like
much.
this. I don't like these things. I don't like when an artist doesn't have his thoughts in his holder, and a holder wants to whitelist another great artist, art project, wants to see this collection to be succeed, not to jump to another and then to another and to another so rapidly.
Yeah, well, and I think like having been here in the space and like I've dropped a lot of different collections before, mostly smaller stuff. because I was waiting to do something larger that I could really start to promote. But yeah, it's like artists in this space trying to sell their art in a more traditional sense, where it's like you make a single one of one, or you make an edition of 10 or 20 or 50. It's really hard and really oversaturated. And like you're saying, it's really hard to like stick out. And it's like, why am I buying this over the other like 30 or 40 collections that are out there at the same time? And then the thing is too, is when like if you're trying to, because some ways you can look at NFT mints as kind of like a Kickstarter project in a way, where all the funds from the mint can then be used to grow the brand. Like that's what a lot of companies are doing. It's in like, even you're seeing that with like tokens right now. Like platforms are like, hey, you can pre-sale. We're raising $2 million, or like I was just a part of like Partners DAO. You know, they're raising X millions from people investing in it. And now they have this like seed money to then grow the DAO. So dropping a bigger collection is very similar to that. Whereas like artists dropping smaller collections aren't generating enough revenue from that to then just focus on one collection. So what they have to do to keep going is launch another and another and another. And then, yeah, things just get saturated and it can just get really, really hard. For me, I've been working towards this for the last 3 years. My first collection, I think, was 6 one-of-ones. And then I've dropped like a couple of one-of-ones and a few more things in there, but I've never dropped something this big. And it was able to give me some seed money so I can start to invest in the brand itself. I don't have to go make another collection. And what's really amazing is like right now I have a holder base of over 600 people that are part of the community. Wow. And so I feel like I'm definitely part of that. My belief is the relationship is important between collector and holders. And like, I'm investing into abstractions to grow it as a brand so that the holders can benefit. Like that's the relationship. And my ask of the holders is like, just keep spreading the word. Like that's all you have to do. I'll do stuff on my end to grow the brand. And yeah, like I'm really trying to build a lot of partnerships. Like we got a final Bossu whitelist, which was really cool. A lot of people were struggling to get that. I got my holders that. But yeah, there's a whole other side to this too, which is wild. Is there aren't many art projects on Abstract Chain still.
Yes.
And so from like a networking standpoint, it's like kind of having my own lane. Like I can talk to all the founders, and everyone's like, yeah, we want to partner with the first art project. So really leveraging that and just spending time in that. And I think, yeah, like the traditional sense of doing art in Web3 of like doing a 10 of 10 edition or something and trying to sell that out, it's just really hard. It's so hard. Yeah.
Yes.
I have a question that's more so on the side of because you mentioned earlier that you've been an artist even before Web3. So I'm curious to see like where it all actually started. What kind of art did you do before getting into the space?
Yeah, there's actually a Medium somewhere out there on the internet. Well, it's under my page, but I used to have it linked where it kind of goes through my whole journey. So I should dig that out again. But it's kind of crazy. Like just recently I realized that like creating art has never been a choice of mine. Like just looking back at my life, it's like I've always like chosen to be a creator. Like even at a young age, like the concept of taking color or blocks or pieces or paper and like creating something with it has always been a part of my life. And I've always been attracted to that. So like when I was a kid, I was just drawing all the time, making stuff out of Lego. And then in high school, I got really into creating stuff out of wood and like woodworking. I got into coding in high school and got really into coding and making games and stuff. And then it just kept going. I was a professional carpenter for 5 years and was really passionate about it and was like building homes. And then from there, I became an architectural designer and started designing homes. And that's what I do a lot of now. So I do architectural design. And with that, like I have my own type of service offering where a lot of the design, again, it's like, it's not just about aesthetics. I'm really into how does someone experience their home, and placing a lot of value in like, all right, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first room you go to? And how do you want that to feel? Like a lot of stuff like that. Like I'm really into that kind of stuff. So I do a lot of architectural design. And on the more like, just like passion projects, I got into photography like 15 years ago and was using a lot of like analog photography, like total hipster stuff. Like just like, like I was like processing my own film in my bathtub, and like even that I found was like really artistic. So it's just honestly, it's just been like this kind of love affair I've had my whole life with creating, and I've found a way to make it my career as well. And yeah, it's just like it'll just keep going. It's just gonna keep going and evolving, and like it's gonna be a part of my life forever. So yeah, it's like always been there. I've always found ways to find an outlet for it. And it's just, yeah, like it would just, I don't know, keep going in a way.
Dude,
That's
you know when he
great.
said when he said hipster, I was like, yo, like Tumblr kind of feel. Like he wants to dive into that, like just post that shit there. But yeah, no, that sounds pretty cool actually. Like so much background in terms of creativity. I think that's what a lot of people like as well. It's the fact that someone else will be able to interpret how they actually feel, and then you bring that to life, which is amazing actually.
Yeah, and like I was saying, I'm a college professor, and I approach my lectures as like a performance. Like it's very much a creative process, because I'm like, yeah, there's content. I can just deliver it as like facts and numbers and processes, or I can turn this into like an engaging story, and like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like I'm like a full-on character when I'm teaching a class.
I'm
like,
sure your students love you so much for that.
Thanks.
Like,
oh yeah, that's a big part of it. My relationship with my students, and like, I love trying to, again, like creatively thinking of like different ways to have relationships with them that isn't so just like regimented school. Like if they're like, yeah,
teaching art lesson. Sorry, because
yeah, go ahead.
You are teaching art lessons, or you're a teacher with something else? Architecture, sorry.
Yeah, so I teach how to work on like drafting software, and like, yeah, just like design concepts. Like it's college level, so it's still pretty like introductory, but yeah, like we'll go on like architecture tours and walk around and look at buildings and talk about like,
wow,
like why does something look that way? What time period is it from? What is the function? What is the form? What is the inspiration? Yeah, we do a lot of stuff like that. It's real fun.
Super.
Yeah.
I actually like the addition on terms of historical like architecture, because I'm very interested in that. Like I'm not very in depth in it, dude. I like the fact, like for example, like some Arabian architecture, like how buildings used to be built back then. It's like they made sure that it was built in a way that there's proper air circulation.
Oh yeah.
So like have like, dude, I really like, I'm fascinated in terms of that. So yeah, I fuck with it.
Yeah. A big concept in my class is I'm like giving people Kool-Aid to drink to like open their minds up to those kind of things. And one of my first slides in like a building science course I talk about is how, so I'm half Egyptian, and I grew up going to Egypt a lot, and I've, studied Egyptian architecture, and a lot of Egyptian architecture from a long time ago was built out of just like the local clay that they could find on the ground. And there's a lot of like you're saying, like there's passive ventilation in a lot of those kind of buildings. These old Egyptian adobe huts have all these like incredible designs in them, but like people don't know because they just see like a mud hut. But there's actually like a lot of really, really intelligent designs in them. So I teach my classes about that. And then like this past week, one of my students who grew up in Sri Lanka was like, man, I've seen all my family back home building out of concrete. I got to teach them about these like these adobe huts, because like it's just like, yeah, converting this like, I don't know, this like students into thinking about things a bit differently.
I only know about Asian Greek architecture because I'm Asian Greek teacher in college and historian.
Yeah.
So I only know about our stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Greek architecture at all. I actually really want to come to
Greece.
Yeah.
About
I
us
just see
in Greek,
photos and it looks
no.
beautiful.
About us in Greek, you don't know the architecture?
I know some of the more historical stuff like
Acropolis, Parthenonas.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know just like the day-to-day architecture of a lot of the infrastructure there.
Okay.
I feel like the most memorable part of Greek architecture is like columns for me.
Yeah.
They have like the different style of columns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I when I travel, I'd really like to go to like oceanside locations. So when I think of Greece, I think of a lot of those like white buildings cascading down into the ocean.
Totally. Yes. Like I always think of those Santorini pictures too of like the high contrast with the like very bright blue and then the white like adobe houses. It's so pretty.
Okay, so going back to your art, I'm curious, do you have like certain inspirations when creating the one-of-ones, or do you just like, is it sort of like a request from certain people? Did they give like an input in terms of how you created? Like, I'm just curious in terms of that as well.
Yeah, so right now, so what I've done is I've created another collection called Abstractions Honoraries. And so those are getting minted. Those are essentially for people that I just find like are inspiring in the space or who have inspired me. And I pretty much like I let them know that I'm going to generate it, and I just go and make it based on how I'm feeling about the piece and where it's evolving from there. There is a whole other line of like unofficial, like unminted one-of-ones where people do give me requests, and there's been some brands that have given requests, and so those I'll just make. Yeah, but honestly, in terms of how those are designed and how I create the artwork, it's like pretty intuitive. Like I'm just really trying to connect with my intuition on it and not think too much.
Okay, sweet. Because like the picture that you just showed earlier, I
Yeah.
forgot. Like it had like a feel of very Japanese vibe to it. Like
Did it really?
yeah, like for example,
Yeah.
like the sakura blossoms.
Like
Very
Oh.
Yeah,
awesome,
the cherry
right?
blossoms.
That's cool.
It's
Yeah.
kind of giving that.
He's like, I don't even know what
Honestly, yeah, like so much of art when it comes to like aesthetically pleasing things is like color, right? And I do love that cherry blossom color. So who knows? Like that could be the inspiration behind it, and I don't even know. Like you just kind of yeah, they're like it's not like I'm like posting up like a palette from something and I'm trying to match it. It really is just kind of
It's just whatever you're feeling.
yeah,
in that
and again,
moment.
not to be like too artsy about it and like it's like this kind of like sacred space only artists can get into. It's really just like intuition. Like it's not I mean, I could build it up to
Fair.
like something only special artists can get into, but for me it's just like yeah, it's just intuition. And like that is kind of my artistic journey is to follow the intuition more, which is hard to do. I don't know if anyone tries to practice following their intuition.
Dude,
It is so hard.
It is so hard.
So,
It's so hard. But when
it
you
is, especially when.
oh, I'm just gonna say, but
Sorry, go ahead.
when you're really locked in with it, it's pretty much the best feeling ever. Like there's no doubt, there's no questioning.
Yeah.
Like it's like
Yeah.
it's like the answer's there. You don't have to try to logic your way through it. It really is the best. So I really try to practice doing that.
The journey to that point, it really is a process of learning and understanding yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And it really is difficult for some people because we've got an attention deficit. At any ecosystem you're in, any kind of industry you're in, there's always going to be something that takes your attention away from that center point. And
yeah.
Especially like for creatives, being able to put so much of self into an external thing, it's a drive. You can't stop it. It's something that you feel, just that it's not even just a compulsion, it's just what you do. You put something of yourself down. It's a language that you communicate with the world around you. And being able to come from that point of truly knowing yourself is like not just foundational, but it really changes the people around you, the people that take in your art. It causes that ripple effect.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Have you noticed?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, have you noticed if, like, sometimes you're just channeling your energy into your art, and you're obviously your whole art is basically an expression of your own soul or your own mind and everything. You're putting your whole self into it. So have you noticed that people who end up liking your art or are your collectors, have you noticed that you get along with them differently?
I've never thought about that. But that's a cool concept, because it's like you're saying that because it's almost like
you're attracting your own tribe.
Yeah, because you're expressing yourself in that way and people are connecting with it. There's like some symbiosis there. Yeah, I've never even thought of that. It makes sense in the moment, but yeah, I've never even thought of that before. That's really cool.
Think about it. Think about it. It's a pretty cool concept. Because as an artist myself, I actually paint on acrylic. So that's what I do. And I had noticed that down my journey at some point. So I was just curious if you resonate with that as well.
Yeah, I think what's so interesting, why I'm not really experiencing that so much, is because I don't know if this is going to last forever, but where I am right now with the art that I'm creating has this very high level of like accepting whatever the outcome is. Like that whole spectrum of outcome, I'm just willing to accept it. And what matters to me is just kind of hitting that intuitive kind of moment and just getting into the vibe, creating the art and being like, all right, it's done. And putting it out there and like, so what I'm getting at is even when people are like, oh my God, I love it so much. It's not like I'm taking that ride too high and being like, yeah, I'm the fucking best. Like I'm not, right? And when people are like, oh, this is stupid. It looks like Free Willy or something. I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's this weird thing. I don't think it's going to last forever, but it's in this weird kind of pocket where like, just kind of like going with the flows a little bit and not going too high or too low with it. And cause really it's just about like creating something that I'm just connecting with, but I don't know. I'm kind of just like making this up as I go along right now based on what
it's fine.
We figured.
Like,
great.
I'm like, I think this is what I want to say right now.
No,
but that's the thing, right? Sorry, go ahead, Alka.
No, I was just gonna like build on in terms of what you just said earlier, because I was like, okay, I can see the type of vibe that you have as an individual. Maybe that's also the kind of vibe you also have with your community, because obviously they're there for a reason. They probably fuck with your art, probably also the stuff that you bring to your holders all together. But I'm pretty sure as a collective or all together, there's a reason as to why everyone clicks and everyone sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, you literally just attracted your own tribe by just being your own vibe.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's some truth to that. A lot of holders are from communities I've been a part of for a long time, and they were like, yeah, I'm down to get in on this 100%.
I think another aspect is that, as humans, we're literally so multidimensional and things are constantly ever changing. Yeah. And I feel like because you said like, I feel like I'm just making this up as I go, but that's so real, because like every moment, like there's something new, and I feel like you're very attuned to that flow of constant change, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. I spend a lot of time and effort really just kind of like accepting the change and the ebbs and flows of life. I spend a lot of time doing that. And because I like before, like when I was like a really hardcore working professional, there was a time where I was doing project management on really large like architectural and construction projects, and budgets were in like, the multi-million dollars, and like, it was like the countertop is coming from like, like somewhere overseas, and there's only one left, and if something happens to it, everyone's going to be mad. Like it was this high stress job. I got like really into like I felt like I needed to control everything. It was like out of control actually, but I just like, because the job was so stressful and the implications of messing up were so high, I just like became kind of a control freak, and it started to get into my own life where I was like, I gotta have things a certain way. And so a lot of where I'm at now is kind of deconstructing that lifestyle where I can still execute and manage and do things, but like, yeah, like I remember sometimes I'd be like driving home from a job that's like an hour away from my house. In the entire job ride, I'm just like obsessing about how I'm gonna solve some problem. And I'm like not getting anywhere, but I believe I am. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna solve this problem in my head perfectly. And then the next day I'll show up and I'll just do something else. Like there's no, that whole obsessing was just irrelevant. Even though I thought that like control and idea was doing something. So yeah, I've really deconstructed a lot of that, which is nice.
Damn. Okay. So did you ever feel like at one point like obviously you've taken up a job where you were, you know, you're basically used for your creativity. I think the word used for your creativity is bad. Anyways, let's just go with it.
That's fine. Goddamn
right?
Capitalists. You know, I'm joking.
Did you ever at one point feel like, okay, you know what? I'm starting to hate the fact that I have to do this. It's not even coming out of like genuine passion. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Like it went extreme. If I tell you, I don't think I can even tell you guys what I did. It's not bad, but it will like undox me a little bit, or dox me a little bit. It happened so intensely for me, and it was like brewing for such a long time that I did quit that project management career, and I went on a 50-day cross country unsupported solo bicycle tour to like break the shackles of it. And that I mean, that project is actually minted on Blast. You can actually go see that project. It's the artist component of that project was really cool. It was so on that bike ride, every single day I set my bike up like in the middle of the road and would step back the same amount of steps and frame the photo the exact same. And I took the same like composition photo every day, but like along the journey across the country. So the idea was like aesthetically it's pleasing, but for people that want to like have a sense of adventure, you can kind of like be a part of the journey. But yeah, I minted that collection on Blast, so you can actually find it. It's called Tut A Long Ride.
Oh wow.
But that actually happened. I was like so sick of my work and not being able to do the thing I want to do, so I just left on my bike.
Why like every sorry.
While we are talking, oh no, Pixel Queen, can you share some paintings, some pieces from abstractions? Can you?
Yeah, of course. It's on Magic Eden, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that now.
I should say Mintify because I'm like partnering with them, you know.
Okay.
Yes, I'm totally
Shout out Mintify.
Like
yeah, shout out Mintify.
Yes.
Probably should do that.
Yeah,
I'll find it.
They'll be my DMs if not.
Okay. All this creativity.
I know.
Curious, why Tut? The name.
Okay, so exactly. So it's because I'm Egyptian, and I grew up in a town where there's a lot of white people, and so being like half Egyptian was very like unique. And so my friends at school, the nickname was Tut, so that was my nickname all through school. And I was like, when I was like coming up with a name for Web3, I was kind of into it. Still am actually. I really like it.
Okay, cool. I was just like,
I mean,
where did Tut come from?
Yeah, well, it's like, you know, King Tutankhamun, like King Tut.
Yeah.
And I like, you know, the king kind of preface is like a bit much, so just Tut.
And you're a founder of OG Alpha Club, so this is a club in where holders can be after subscribe to them. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm a co-founder. It's actually a group of people that founded it, and yeah, we've been around since late 2021, and it's really more for like the speculative trading side of the crypto space. Okay. Yeah, but that I can't bring anyone in there really. It's like a massive democracy, like everyone gets a vote kind of thing. I'm just like, my voice is one of many in there.
Okay.
It's a tight group. There's no paid entry into it. If you screw up, they kick you out and stuff. It's really serious.
Cut, I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna shake you up a little bit.
Yeah.
But basically, in my language, in Hindi, cut basically means a singular testicle.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, you're strong then.
Wow.
Imagine I only had one. No, I'm joking.
Damn, Napoleon 2.0. I'm kidding.
Overcoming. It's a great story of overcoming.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Yeah, honestly, you know, this is me in Web3. If people are associating me with a single testicle, all right, we're doing it. The single testicle artist, that guy.
Now we need art.
Yeah, maybe I should abstract a single testicle.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, do that actually.
We're gonna do it live, okay? No, I'm joking.
Whoa.
That is not me.
Wow. Yeah.
You're like, first of all,
what you are staring
I
at?
did not make that collection, just to be clear.
This isn't yours?
No.
That is
No.
not mine.
Right.
Abstractions, not abstractors.
Abstractions. Right. This.
Abstractions.
I love the two.
This
It's at the top there, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I need to go delete my tweet then. This is what I get for trying to do on the fly.
This is live.
Wow, these are beautiful.
Yeah. We had a sick 1 of 1 sale last night for the Pups 1 of 1.
I'm like, should I try to find that?
The white one looks like it has a face on it. Low key. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I love the colors. The first one so much.
Yeah.
I love that purple.
Yeah, so a lot of these are like blended paint layers, which I was really scared for how the algorithm was going to do it, but it did a great job. The third one in is one of my favorites right now.
Yeah,
this yellow and pink and black.
That one's really unique.
Yeah, I really love it. I'm surprised someone hasn't snagged it.
I want this really one. Cool.
No, she's claiming it.
I know. I'm like, I want this. It low-key matches my vibe with the yellow and pink, or the orange and pink.
Yeah. And right? Yeah, like I don't know if it's still pinned, but I'm taking requests for prints. And what I'm doing is I'm definitely going to be like printing some of the requests for free and mailing them for free for holders. That's
damn.
Yeah, I don't know how many yet. I don't know if I'm gonna like raffle or how I'm gonna do it, but I definitely want to give back to the holders like some free prints of like high quality, like museum grade stuff.
Yeah, these are just beautiful.
Yeah, and what's crazy about generative art is like I had no idea how these were gonna come out. Like,
I love that. I didn't realize yours was the first generative art collection. I think that's just really amazing. That's a feat of engineering as well as art. I think someone working on like a generative collection myself, it's very difficult. It takes a long time.
Yeah, like if you're doing a PFP generative, it's like pretty clear how everything's going to match up. Like you can test it all really well, but when you're doing just like abstract art pieces, you don't really know how it's all going to look, especially like I have multiple layers like layering over each other. So, but yeah, like seeing it come to life and like people will still find one, buy it and post it. And I've never seen it before. And I'm like it's as an artist, it's so much fun because you're like, oh my God, that looks
like
so
finding
cool.
$20 in your pocket or something.
Yeah.
I like the 373 because it reminds me like an island in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for it.
Like an island in the ocean.
Which one's that?
373. I think the first one, like in a deep blue sea, like an island in the ocean.
I think it's 575.
No,
I think we're
373.
Does someone else want to share their screen?
Let me see.
The first one.
You can search it too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just saw the mini search bar. So what
You
are
can you can put the you can put the number 373.
I just did, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's crazy. I've
That
never
one
seen
is
that one before.
crazy. What did you say it looks like?
Like an island in the
Yeah,
ocean.
it does. It looks like an island, like a topographical map or something.
And what's weird is I'm seeing like some weird abstract heart right now. Like to me, it looks like my first initial thoughts are like, oh, that's like a heart.
Okay. Yes.
No, but I mean that's
there's a lot
that's the
that
whole
you can
point.
see. Yeah, there's a lot that you can see in abstract paintings, and like it pulls out of you what you project onto it sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you tell us about the one that you made for Marianne?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Haven't seen
Which
it
number is
before.
that?
You haven't seen that one yet?
Yeah,
I haven't
no,
seen it yet
right on the
either. I
timeline.
didn't realize that happened.
It is
Okay.
not minted.
Okay.
Because I'm setting up that contract with Mintify. Because it's going to be its own collection, so that will be like an honorary collection. But let me see. I think I can share it, unless someone can find it.
Yeah, you could share your screen. You should be able to. Let me stop the share.
Okay, I love this big collection, and then some small with only an honorary.
Yeah, and the honoraries is just part of like a fun way to keep the vibes going. And I'm approved for streaming, and so I'm live streaming it because I think that's really fun. And there's actually like an auction component where people can bid Pangu, and the highest like bid, which is more like a tip, wins the auction. So it's just to like have some fun and engage the community. But hold on, what am I trying to do here? I
just got an AC3 screen share.
Yeah, I found the piece.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was really fun. That was done live in the space.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That's incredible.
I want one. They're so pretty. They're really different. I really like these.
I like how his voice
I
is
can
starting
imagine
to
that
go down
as a piece on the wall too. Like it's not that far of a consideration to think that would be something that would fit in within a lot of different types of decor.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of that's like, again, that's a massive part of the intention is like it's art for your walls. That's actually written in the code on the contract. It's like if you look at the metadata contract code, you'll see like art for your walls.
There is a couple I'm gonna share. There's a couple other ones further up here that you've done since then. Let's see here. This is the Pudgy Penguins one.
Yeah, so that is in the collection. So that's in the collection. Yeah,
it's incredible.
I'm trying to understand what the thought process is.
Yeah.
You have to go to the soul of my heart. I don't know how to explain.
Well, even I don't know.
And then here's the Bitcoin Puppets one that you did too.
So this one just sold overnight, which was really cool. It sold for like almost like 0.4 ETH, which is pretty sick.
And for like being abstract, it's so recognizable though too, and that's difficult to like put that level of detail and connection to blending this into it. So how does that process go?
Well, I mean, there's like two kind of avenues. There's like fully abstract, where that's like most of the collection, where there is nothing that really ties it to the original art piece, so you just don't really know what it is. And then there's these mixed blended ones like Marianne's or like Pups, or a lot of the one of ones where there is a large abstract component, but then there is some symbology that obvious what it is. Like, that is the Bitcoin puppet face. Like, those are the eyes, those are the smile. There's actually a little like dollar sign tattoo in there. So those are intentional. But what I found really fun about it is you can just, like, on some of them you just need like a little a little sketch of something can tie you into the original piece. So like, I don't need to draw anything else. Like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. The Tengu is like like a very like sketchy outline. And like, oh, and like the colors, like that's Tengu. Yeah, and so that was just to me, it was just fun. It was just a fun way to like represent and like what's cool is all the one of ones with communities that are licenses CCL, or CC0, where like anyone can reinterpret the art.
Is it weird for me to say it looks like a potato with a face?
Not at all.
I see a little.
Where do you see the potato? What kind of potatoes are you eating? That's what
I don't know, just like the brown and then the green. I'm like, I don't know, just potato. I was like, okay, yeah,
I love
I
this.
see what you guys are talking about, but I'm like, I see potato. I don't know. Like, okay, cool. That, sure. I mean, it's art, right? It's open to interpretation. So yeah. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, and again, like I am like I'm down for whatever. Like honestly, the first meme of abstractions is one of the most insane, intense memes I've ever seen. If I'm not gonna share it, if y'all want to find it, it's out there. But it is wild. I was like, damn, this is the first meme, and I was like, all right, we're rolling with it. But yeah, I'm not gonna share or talk about it on stream.
It's potato.
It's cool. We're a little bit unfiltered here, I guess, or at least I am. I try not to be filtered. So yeah.
I mean, I'm in a room full of women talking on stream, so you can see where it's going. I'm like, I'm not crossing that.
5v1.
It's 5v1. It's 5v1. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, you can find it though. I posted about it, and I was like, all right, this is the first meme. It's up there. It's out there. So you guys can find it.
But yeah, that shit's dope, actually. I like the other ones. They're like, there's one that, I like the ones that look like faces, low-key. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just have a thing for faces.
There's a woman who's in the collection who like early on started zooming in and like found what looked like actual faces, just how like the art layered. Mm-hmm. And was like posting them, and it was like kind of scary. Like it like gives you the chills a little bit. There's like a little face, there's like eyes and a mouth, and I was like, what the hell did like? And then like I didn't know if it was like an error or something. It like really freaked me out.
That's crazy though. I like how the idea is in terms of like when you're layering it, something just comes out of it, and you're like, what the fuck? I created that? That's so weird, but also so cool at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, it's an interesting process. It is emotional, you know, like when someone finds like a little face in your art, you're like, what is this going to mean for the future of it?
Okay. You spoke about emotions.
Yeah.
Do you get into emotions when you kind of create this? I create your pieces, because I know you say it's out of intuition, right? But usually there's something like you're feeling before you create it. It's like the catalyst type of thing sometimes.
Yeah, this collection from an emotion standpoint are all like emotions we typically put on like the positive side of things, just like excitement, fun, like there's kind of an interesting story. I created a lot of the artwork for this when I was in the hospital after having my lung collapsed in November. And like honestly having the lung collapse wasn't like, it was a procedure thing where they like messed up the procedure and punctured my lung and then it collapsed. And I wasn't even like emotionally like
sorry, continue.
What were you gonna say?
I was like, sue them. I'm like, oh no, I'm kidding. Don't.
Yeah, no. And honestly, when I was in the hospital, the morphine was great. And I was just chilling in there making art, and I was like I couldn't really sleep that much, so I was like, this is kind of the best. Like I can just sit in the hospital bed on my iPad and make art. So a lot of this collection is coming from a place of like I'm not trying to like communicate a dark time in my life or communicate something rougher, it's very positive. However, I do have a collection, and this is going to be an ongoing body of work for the rest of my life. Is it's so random. I have like a very random, like not serious but semi-serious mental health disorder called obsessive compulsive disorder, which isn't like I wash my hands a lot and touch door handles a lot. For a lot of people, it's just like in your head you can get obsessed about irrelevant things in your life and be like scared about it or whatever. And I didn't know that for a long time, but then I've got it figured out. But I have a collection related to that, and that's much more emotional, where I'm like tapping into the emotions of what it's like to have like an OCD episode, and then I am representing the art out of that. And you can find that it's in my link tree, or it's on Foundation. It's called Obsessive Cycles. No, Obsessive, what is it? It might be Obsessive Cycles of Fiber. And it's a full AI with a little bit of like touching, kind of some retouching done in it. Some of it comes from like photos. I input some photos and generate AI from it, but it really was this kind of idea where it's like I can type out how I'm relating to like the OCD, and then have AI like regenerate it and me kind of play around with it. So that's definitely like on like the, I guess the like
emotional side.
Yeah, the popular concept of like artists digging into their emotions and creating art.
Well, it's pretty interesting, actually. I would like to see how that goes. You know what I mean? Because it's very interesting to see like the artist's mind, especially when they're like going through stuff. For example, I'm not saying you're going through stuff, I'm just saying, like, for example,
I was full on going through it, man. It was a dark time.
Not in a bad way. No, like, for example, I'm not saying you are. I'm saying as an example, schizophrenic individuals, like how they also like draw. Yeah. I get so fascinated in terms of that. You know what I mean? Like just different types of art from different individuals going through something.
Absolutely. Well, okay, what's that woman's name? Yokoi Kusama? Or Yayoi Kusama? Do you guys know her?
I'm not quite sure, but it rings a bell, to be honest.
Okay, so her art is like incredible. She does I don't know if you ever she has like a touring gallery that I think it's called Infinity Mirrors. So when you go in the room, yeah, that's her. She's like one of the most famous like artists in the world. She has schizophrenia and like lives in an assisted home, and all of her art is inspired by her schizophrenia. But like if you ever go to an Infinity Mirrors exhibition, it is like it's I bet you this is totally made up and anecdotal, but it's probably one of the most like popular Instagram photos of going to an art gallery. Like Infinity Mirrors. Like people go to Infinity Mirrors and take a picture of themselves because it's such a crazy immersive experience. But yeah, she has schizophrenia. She lives in an assisted home. She's made peace with it, and she will like go into that part to create her art, which is kind of, it's like wild and scary, but amazing.
Yeah,
it is, because you're facing like your own demons. I don't know the right word to phrase it, but yeah, it's kind of that, right? So that's fucking interesting, actually.
It's another layer to knowing yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
in general, sorry.
No, go ahead.
In general, big artists in all epoch, I don't know the correct word, in all centuries, a great artist make great pieces when they faces their demons or the strange behavior beside this their epoch.
Oh, like Van Gogh.
Like a lot, like yes. I think all these big names.
For sure. I mean, I definitely think it's like one avenue for art. Doesn't have to be all art. Again, a lot of what I'm trying to represent is, there is no rules to this. You can do whatever the heck you want. I don't think you have to be you don't have to be mentally ill and emotional turmoil to make great art. Although great art does come from those things. But yeah, like for me, the obsessive cycles of fiber is actually more of it's kind of a way for me to process what happened, and there's like an education component where I do want people to learn what OCD really is, because a lot of people are like, oh my god, I'm OCD, I like sweep up my floor before I go to the bath. Like everyone does that. It's and when you actually have OCD, it is like a living hell when it's bad. Like it is horrible.
Yes.
Like it is such a horrible experience. So it's not to like totally change the culture about it, but just give some awareness around it, that like if you or so I'm going to backstep a little bit. So the average person's experience with OCD is that from the first time they have symptoms, it typically takes 17 years for them to get a diagnosis, because like even practitioners like don't fully understand it. Like it's a very weird disorder. Like a lot of people just be like, oh, you're anxious, or like, oh, you're like sad about something. But actually it's like this very like, I don't know. It's like a very straightforward disorder. But anyways, I think I'm gonna try to share my screen for a second, if that's all right.
Yeah, go for it.
I say yeah, but I'm not the one doing
it. Go. I will. Yeah, if you start sharing, I just have to enable it here. I see it.
All right, you guys can see that.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah,
I like the first one so much. I like the fourth one.
The fourth one for me.
Wow. These are so cool.
Yeah, so these are mostly AI generated, but yeah, these were just part of that. Like this is part of that emotional experience where like each piece, there's like consistent palettes. So there's like a gray scale, there's a yellow, there's like a pink. They all kind of like represent certain types of OCD and like what you experience with it. And then like all of them would have they're all formatted to fit like digital frames. So they've got this really like narrow, tall kind of
that looks so
scale to it.
Very pretty.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Love it.
And then there's like a description of so this was like the waves represent dealing with harm OCD. So harm OCD would be someone that like every time they go to like a train track, they're like, am I going to jump in? It's like what people with harm OCD experience.
Like repetitive thoughts and it's like, wait, what am I thinking? And then you just think it again.
Yeah, like someone with harm OCD would be at like a train track and they'd be like, oh, what if I just jump in? And then they would like start obsessing if they're like actually suicidal, and then would like spend a month of their life trying to like figure that out, even though they're not actually. Their brain is just kind of like malfunctioning. That's like an example of it. Can you guys see this screen I'm sharing?
Yeah.
So this is Yayoi Kusama, the Infinity Mirrors. So this is like so like you'd go into these rooms.
Oh wait, you're still sharing the art piece.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Let me share the other one.
Guys,
yeah,
so
this is the woman with schizophrenia and the work that she does. It's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So all of these are like, you see people taking photos, like you go into these rooms. And she's like, yeah, this is like representative of my schizophrenia. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But she's so popular and her work is like super cool.
I think there's so much that can be said about the human experience. We know so little about the brain and all the ways that we associate with each other, our environment, our past, and our future. You can say that there's a lot there, but sometimes it can be overwhelming, and so people don't like to look at it so much. Because it counters what they believe and feel every day. But sometimes art can be messy, it can be confusing, and that's one of the reasons why I think abstract imagery is important, because it does bring something that we do need to confront sometimes in ourselves and sometimes as a society, even globally. And so I'm just really glad that you were able to share these today.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, super happy to be a part of this.
Now, I do know, okay, I wanted to move this into a little bit of a change now. We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned that while you weren't able to get the auction to work, you had a different alternative for that.
Yeah, so if someone in the audience or one of you here want me to create a abstracted like PFP of yours, I could do that. And we could do it live. Yeah, it wouldn't end up in the one of one collection, but it could be a piece that you have, and I could like send you the JPEG of it.
That's great. If you are on the abstract site and you are in the audience, I want you to let's what should we have them drop if they want to be part of this, and then we'll be able to pick a name from that. What should we have them drop? Drop a heart.
I don't know.
That's cute for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're in the abstract chat, and you would like the PFP, the one of one generated right now today, drop a heart in the chat. I'd like to see some hearts in the chat. Hearts in the chat.
Let me drop one. I'm kidding.
I'm going to buy abstractions during weekend because I love it.
I'm just trying to see if my iPad is sharing it. It looks like it is. Oh no.
Okay. Then I also need to check. Do we want to open it to the X chat? Anybody listening on X?
Does that sound like an actual heart? It's so funny.
Okay.
That's great. That's great. That's so great. She sent a heart.
She is so
Maybe we
cute.
should just give it to her because
yeah,
so perfect.
Yes.
I think so.
All right. So let's see. Can she DM you her PFP? Would that work?
Yeah, I can also just if I know her X account, I can just get the PFP.
Okay, 1 second.
We got rocks as well.
I can even
we
grab
got a bit
it
of
for
a
you.
raffle here.
Okay, well then it's rocks. All right, rocks is putting hearts. Yes, because there's that delay. We have a delay between everything. We got Boris. We got rocks. I keep pronouncing her name wrong.
Is
Boris?
Isaiah?
Yeah, is that it?
I don't know.
I don't know. She didn't tell me. She didn't correct me. She's just so sweet, just like answering me whatever. There's crayon.
Okay. Guys, hearts in the chat. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hearts in the chat. Happy Valentine's Day.
This is a strange day. So
what did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Ours is ending. The day is ending here.
what are you doing in your places?
Dude, I just slept.
It's cold.
I'm going on a date tonight with my wife, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh,
can we ask what you're doing? Like,
yeah,
is it special, or are you just going to chill?
Yeah, there's a restaurant literally like a minute walk from our home that doesn't take reservations. It's first come, first serve. So
oh wow,
we're gonna go there. It's a really great restaurant. My mom's gonna watch our daughter, so yeah, we don't get many date nights, so that's what we'll do. We'll have a nice dinner. Yeah, like she doesn't even like know much about like abstractions, so She's like,
Kind of nice, I'm sure.
we don't talk so much. No, honestly, it's like she's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, no big deal. It's gonna be in Times Square next week."
Casually.
Oh my goodness.
Casually.
Oh yeah, like I came in the house. I was like, "Oh yeah,
Casually.
I just booked my flight to New York. I'm gonna be in Times Square." She's like, "Okay."
That's great. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, it'll just be nice to catch up and hang out, talk.
Okay. All right. So we've got 4 names. I'm going to share my screen.
Izia.
Right.
Izia. Did I get it?
Yeah, I saw that.
Izia.
Yeah. It's strange for Greek.
We got to have her on the stream so she could teach us.
Mm-hmm.
Here is 9 and something in the night, and my husband waiting.
Oh, AC, fun! I love this.
And I'm telling him, wait.
This is fun.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Also, we have
So let me know when I should go. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nancy.
No, we have the spin.
Just
Okay.
spin it.
Are we ready to go? Are we ready to spin?
Think when you are, Mama.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good luck, everyone. And I can't wait to see what comes out. Rocks? Yes.
Yay.
Our girl.
Congratulations, Rocks.
She does come to like every single stream, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shout out.
Great.
Shout out Rocks. Rocks is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna pull our PFP and I can just DM that to you.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's gonna look so amazing.
She's so excited. Actually. Look at the chat.
That'll be so crazy.
This is awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Okay. All right. I sent it to you on X DMs. And she's got her own collection of rocks. I love them. This is going to be amazing.
Oh, God, this is going to be hard. All right.
It's a challenge.
Oh
but it's going to come out so good.
It's going to push your creative boundaries.
Woo! My heart's pumping. Okay. Whoa. I mean, what is even going on here? Those are batteries and a rock and then another rock. Like a geodesic dome rock. It's crazy. Oh, I think I got an idea.
Can you share your screen while you do this, or would you like to not kind of keep that a little secret?
Well, the first thing I do is I go to Photoshop, and
I was gonna ask what tools you're using.
There's too many just like
too many steps
things in Photoshop. Well, there's too many like like me and my daughter. I'm like, so of course. The Photoshop editing is just like taking out some stuff. So hold on a second. What am I doing here?
Congrats, Rocks. She asked if you wanted a different one to try. If this one's too challenging, she can send one that's a little bit easier.
No. We're doing it. It's happening.
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
It's happening. I love that. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
I'm actually thinking I might.
Rox is always here. Love him.
I know. She's so great. She's always here.
How have you guys been? Have you been enjoying doing the streams?
We are in our 3rd stream.
Yeah.
And we are keep building this. Next week we will have Mintify. You must see it.
You're gonna have Mintify.
It's gonna be good.
That's true. Good point, Nancy.
My partners.
Love them.
Yeah, you having Jake on?
We've been enjoying
Yes, I'm holding my keys since day one. Stroke, keep it, all keys.
That's
I
awesome.
love their building.
Yeah. Are you excited for the Mint TGE?
Yes. Yes.
Same. All right, I'm almost ready to go live.
Let's go.
Actually, when you're talking about like doing these streams and everything, when we were like, oh yeah, we should just do this together, and it was like casual. And then as we started talking about it, we were thinking, oh, we should do this and we should do this. And I look at each of the girls, their experience, and hosting different things, or even as just professionals working with different projects. These girls are impressive. First of all, I don't think if you're not familiar, you're watching this stream, these other girls are intensely mindful, creative, just the type of people that you do want on your timeline, because there's like this morning when Nib posted that one the story, if you had a what was that? If you had a cup of coffee with your younger self?
Yeah, that one.
I mean, I was in tears.
Cried, dude. I wrote mine and I cried.
I was absolutely bawling my eyeballs out. I was like, this, I did not expect a therapy session on a Friday morning, but this is why we have really tried to push this for it to be something more substantial. A good momentum can carry you far, but it's more than just entertainment. It's the human part of all of this interaction, and I'm so grateful to be part of this. So I'm really happy for anybody that's joined us to take part in this as listeners, because I mean, yes, we could continue to just talk to each other, but you can create a more effective wave of movement with people, not just the singular conversations, but then what happens after.
Are you guys seeing the art? Yeah, you are, right? Cool.
It looks amazing already.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what you're going to do, but it looks cool. This reminds me a little bit of, I don't know if I'm dating myself. Did anyone play Kids Picks when they were kids?
Kid Picks? Wait, pause. What do you mean dating yourself? What? Go back.
I'm about to reference old software like Kid Picks 3. You could do like all these patterns. It was like Photoshop for kids, I feel like. No? All right. Maybe we'll have to have a demo on that one day. Give you guys the intro. I hope someone in the crowd knows what Kid Picks is.
If you know what Kid Picks is, drop that in the chat.
Thank you, AC.
On X, on Abstract, just tell us, because I don't have a clue what's going on. I never had access to a lot of different things. So I'm curious as to what that is. I don't know anything about it. Can you tell me more?
I'm still stuck on dating myself. Or dating yourself.
Relax, guys.
She talks like she's
relax.
That's crazy. She's gorgeous.
I played it when I was in like 2nd grade. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's cool.
But that's when you were super tiny and young and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks amazing.
It
Look
looks
at that.
amazing.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
Wow.
How do you do
I feel
it?
like
That
I
was like
blinked and he
magic.
made that.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just mesmerized watching it.
Me too. I could just watch it. It's so therapeutic right now.
It is. Well, like when you were streaming, when we did that the first time, like you were like, yeah, let's hop on together. I'm going to do this little piece. That's what it was like for me. I was like, oh, I'm so relaxed.
Right? Like it was just flowing and we're just okay.
Yeah.
might do that today again. We'll see.
Wow.
This is amazing.
The white looks like it was punched into the wall, low key.
Yes.
I don't know if it's me.
Pixel Queen, you got a question in abstract chat. You minted your pixels. Sorry, just meeting you here now.
Yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
We're getting prepared for your mint.
We have very cool tech. Mine's also a generative AI project as well. So I am currently the only one working on the tech and the art and everything.
Like, I do it all.
And I just got this new thing, so it's been going slower, but I'm gonna start having help. I'm actually meeting with 2 friends this weekend who, one of them is a very badass full stack EVM dev and AI, so I think he can help me with the tech, because the tech is just, I don't have any experience with generative AI art projects ever. So it's just very new for me. So it's pretty difficult. I'm pretty close, but yeah. So he's going to help me with that. And then my other friend might help me with like marketing and things like that. So I haven't minted yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Still working on it for you guys. Thanks for joining and asking.
Sorry, who's doing the art project again? Who is that?
Me, Alyssa. I'm Pixel Queen. Yeah, I make
oh, cool.
I loved CryptoPunks, to be honest. I was obsessed with them. I wanted one really bad. So I, like in 2021, I just started making my own that like looked like me. And then my girlfriend in my hackathon group for Chainlink really liked mine. And she was like, oh, I want one too. Then her girlfriend wanted one.
Yeah.
And then I started making them for like icons like Rosie the Riveter or Audrey Hepburn, like from Breakfast at Tiffany's, or Cruella DeVille.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit we did on stream together.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, we did Jessica Rabbit on stream together. That was a fun one. I was thinking I kind of want to do the Disney princesses. That would be fun.
That would be sick,
do you have any you can share? That sounds super cool.
Yeah. Let me bring up.
I need to go back in Photoshop to get this where I want.
Yeah, I could totally share my stuff. Let me show you guys what's interesting. I think the coolest thing that I've done that's different than CryptoPunks is I've made them for kids and like other characters. So like, let me just share my screen. This is a little alpha because you guys can see the numbers, but like I made this for Rock's son. So Rox and I are kind of,
I love that.
Some alpha. Yeah, it's like a CryptoPunk, but a bear. See, this is why I love when people, I actually love making them on my own, but I love when people make requests too, because it really pushes my creative boundaries. Like,
exactly.
Let me show you actually one of my favorite ones I've done recently. My friend, I could show you, he put it on his Trezor. So I think it's this one. So he asked for a jester hat and a radial magenta background.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's detailed.
Yeah, this one's pretty detailed. This one he really pushed me on this one. He kept coming back and was like, I don't know if I want gray glasses. I don't know if I want red or blue glasses. This was what it looked like before the jester hat. I tried crowns. We tried all kinds. So this is kind of the creative process I can go through with people. See, like the glasses are a little different. Yeah, so these are a little portion I just made for our event yesterday. Actually, AC kind of inspired this one. I was at an event yesterday where I was giving out a Poe app, and this is the Sam Altman one with like a medical glasses and like lab for
I love that.
Yeah, thank you. So have some fun ones. I just made them for my team too. So like this is our IP lawyer. This is my CEO. I have our CSO way back. Oh, you guys know Devin. Well, AC does. I made this one for Devin. These two. The wizard.
That fits him so
Doesn't it? He requested the wizard hat, and it's so fitting
so
for
great.
him. It's
That
so
is perfect.
fitting. I'm gonna
I love
tell him
that.
that.
Oh
He
my
might be
goodness.
watching this. He just said he woke up. I know the homie David is watching. Shout out David if you're still here. I sent him the abstract link, so he was watching. But yeah, so this is some of my work. I have a lot more. I don't know if you guys know who Gainsey is. He's like a trader, but he's one of my favorite crypto Twitter characters. I made some for him, like with this, so it's fun. I love it. I've made probably like 150 of these now, maybe. And I've trained a replicate model on them. So it's just a work in progress with that, and then like a machine learning algorithm to do the generative AI to get the same like bespoke punk template, but based on new pictures. So the idea is we're building a utility that, sorry, let me get this. Let me stop screen sharing. The idea is that we're going to build a utility so that people can plug in a picture and upload their like they can make a punk just from uploading their profile picture, and I don't have to like do it by hand anymore. So
yeah, oh my god, that sounds amazing. Well, let's I got to make sure I'm in touch with all of you on X.
Yeah,
I want to make sure I'm following everyone. We can stay in touch because I feel like we're all friends now.
Yes.
Yeah.
hopefully.
Wow.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Yes. We're lucky to have you.
Well, that's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm really glad that it worked out this way, because I just started DMing people. I'm like, hey, you want to come on our streams? We're just, chatting, and we thought that people would be like to be interested in the same things that we are interested in. So, and I've loved your collection from the time I saw it. So I was like, yeah, just so let you know, girls, I invited Tut on the stream. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't clear it with you guys first.
Dude, it's amazing. Thank you for taking initiative and getting so much talent to come on. Look at this beautiful work he's doing for Rox. Just to see the connection between Rox has been at every stream. She creates beautiful art herself. And then for him to come in with this amazing generative AI collection and then come do this live on stream after she was watching, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
And don't forget Abstraction is the first abstract art collection.
Yeah.
I have to tell them every time.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually so trippy.
Yeah, it's taken a much more trippy vibe than I thought, but I'm rolling with it.
Is this what an acid trip would be like?
Is this what an acid trip would be like?
No, not yet.
Look, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
No, for real.
Dude, you could almost look like it looks like you could almost touch it, low key.
Yeah,
or
it's so textured.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
I kind of just want to like drag my fingertips on it,
Yeah,
just to feel it. I don't know what it is. Like I do it randomly with stuff too. Like if I'm in the grocery, I'd see like a sack of rice and I just poke it for the sake of it, just because why not?
Oh no, honestly, like
you're a texture person.
A big part of this is like the texture component again, because that's what I love about physical art is texture. Like who said they're an acrylic painter?
Bang.
Yeah, like acrylics, oils, like you can like there's so much texture that can play into an art piece. So that's like a big part of this is the texture.
Yeah, that's okay.
Dude, this looks so sick.
I think we're almost done.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, and then I have one final secret touch I do that I don't show live. There's I got to leave a little bit of mystery. There's like the start is a mystery and the end is a mystery, but you get to see. Yeah, so what you'll see will have a few different kind of components to it, but I kind of like where this one's going. There's a kind of a crazy, playful, chaotic vibe to it that I'm really into. Yeah, so that's it. I'll finish it up in the back, and then I'll post it online. And then Rox, I don't know who Rox is, but I'll connect with them or I'll share it with you, AC, and then Rox has a piece of art.
I'll send you her account.
Cool. Awesome.
Right, can't wait to see the final.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're so welcome. That was fun. That was a tough one because I usually like pieces that have more like contrasting colors. But I think what happened is because of that feeling, I just ended up adding a whole bunch of color to it.
No, that was super fun. And I think we all loved connecting with you today. It was amazing.
Yeah, totally. You guys are so great. This is awesome.
Thank you for sharing your background, some things about your life, about the thing that abstraction is the first collection, that you love Mintify also.
Yeah.
So I think I will see you from the holders side. So I'll be in touch next days.
Yeah, that sounds great. Love to have you in the community for sure. And I'm excited to stay in touch with everyone.
Yes, let's get your AC. You'll share his. Oh, we have your account. I just want your Twitter account for your. Do you have an X account for your project?
No, everything's just me.
It is just you. Okay.
Yeah, which is intentional. I like to have it all kind of like.
No, that makes sense.
In the personal brand. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So that's good to know.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, thank you for coming on and doing this. This was incredible. Thank you, everyone, for facilitating it and organizing it. You'll get in touch.
Thank you for hosting this. You've talked about that before. It's not as easy as it just, sounds. Oh, just, pop in and do stream with multiple people, multiple streams.
Thank you for saying that.
Sharing screenshots and everything.
Thank you so much. Yeah. No, it's my pleasure. I'm lucky to get to host such beautiful people, honestly. So, I came in late with the video today. I was like a little tired from yesterday and I overslept in my nap this morning. But
she's working hard.
I accidentally fell asleep. I always accidentally fall asleep. So anyway, I love sleep, but so I fell asleep and I woke up like 15 minutes before. Nancy was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Oh my God, I better get up." So yeah, thanks for hanging out till the very last minute on your seats, guys. And we've been
loved you to the day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Okay.
Follow Judith, of course. See their collection, Abstractions. Have the first art collection from Abstract Chain.
Someone's asking for Toots handle. I have PTSD right now. I'm not gonna share. I just tagged him.
I'll share it.
I'll share it. Somebody off.
I got it.
I think this is my friend Kat. Are you Kat?
I wanted to say you guys are really, really good at this. Awesome questions. Made me feel super comfortable and relaxed. And I could just be myself. You guys got a good winning formula here. Keep it going. Like the space needs these types of interviews. You guys, like as a unit, are amazing.
Oh,
wow! We love you so much. Thank you.
No, it was really, really great. Yeah, I've done quite a few like X interviews and stuff, and like, I mean, I'm pretty happy to do all of them, but this was so comfortable and easy, and yeah, like I felt like I don't know, like I know you guys already or something. It was great.
We're just talking on Zoom, guys, or Gmeets or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a Google Meet.
We're just hanging out.
No,
Yeah.
this is yeah. No, it was great.
Sweet.
All right, shall we
wrap it up? Should we do the outro
Yeah, I think
poem?
so. Although, I mean, we can say goodbye to Tut, but Nancy, do you still have free time? Did you still want to do that with the girls?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Like shit, I was about to go to bed. I'm just joking.
All right, well,
Okay.
I'll kickstart it. I will go. Thank you so much. Happy
Thank
to
you, Ted, for
see
being
you
with
on
us.
online.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
All right.
Have
and
fun
I'll
tonight.
see
You know
you
when
online
we
soon.
next.
It's gonna be posted
Hi.
on YouTube. So
Have fun.
All right.
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Okay, girls. Do you want to close?
It's the girls.
Do you want to close?
Should we do? Are we staying on? Nancy,
Well,
I don't wanna
Nancy
pressure
had a request, but did you? I just wanted to double check if she still had the time to do that, and then if you wanted to. I know
No.
it's been a really big struggle the past few days for you, Pixel Queen.
Yes, we're gonna
Because-
close. We're gonna close.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
worry. Of course. I was talking.
You guys are so cute.
No.
All of you look adorable.
And I
Wait,
want to know all the news, etc. Do karaoke, ladies. Okay.
Wait, can we do one
That would be
screenshot
fun.
of us like all doing hearts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, let me untie my hair.
My
Yeah,
daughter put
take your
this
time.
So
to
we
me.
all have some variations of red and pink, and that.
Yeah, no, that's
Alka
what, like, dude, this is
That's
adorable.
still
right
slightly
now.
in there
The
with
aesthetic.
purple.
Yes, and okay. I was laughing because AC3 and Pixel Queen has the same background.
I know.
Yes.
You are in the same house,
They didn't
girl.
even try
We're
it.
in
They
the
like really
same
lived together.
Yes, we moved in together just last week, and it's been such a wonderful experience. She's actually helped me with like my makeup. It's just great.
Yes.
She convinced me to go blonde, and I think we're gonna go with that. Yeah.
It's gonna
You're
be
great.
AC's like, yeah.
AC3, if you're not sleeping, I'll see you. I'll text you to have video
Yeah.
call tomorrow
Yeah.
early morning for me.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
let's
I
do
need
the
to be in
hearts.
on that too. So I'm gonna stay up.
Okay, so let's try and do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but figure it out.
Okay, if you are not asleep,
Okay, I'll
don't
grab
worry.
a screenshot. So I
You'll
can't
do-
grab a screenshot. I'm doing this.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
Right.
saying. I'm gonna
How many hearts
try.
are there? How many hearts are there?
All
Do
the
this.
Just all
Screenshot
the
thing
hearts.
isn't even working. Guys,
Okay,
my
I'm doing this.
screenshot isn't working. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay, wait. I think I might have gotten it, but I
the
don't know.
dinky tiny ones.
Hold on.
Wait, I have it in
Ready?
my pocket.
Hold on. And
Right,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna. Okay,
I
ready?
got it in my pocket somewhere.
Somewhere.
Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do the heart, but you know what I'll do? Let's all do it real
Dude, do this. Do this. This one.
Ooh. No. Yeah, I can do this. I can I can fix it in like Photoshop and everything. So you
Try again.
capture your screen. I'll capture one,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do this
Okay,
one.
ladies.
and we'll share it.
Yeah, I'll do this one. Command Shift 4.
I don't know what you are doing.
My heart looks so bad.
Okay,
My
ready?
heart is
1,
different.
2,
My heart is simple.
3. Oh no, I have to redo it. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then do you want to do one AC with me and my heart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are so cute. Oh my goodness, I can't even stand
What
it.
you are doing with your fingers?
Mine looks
What
weird.
are you doing? Like what? Three,
Curve
Yeah,
with
this
the
one's
third
straight,
and the second.
and
How-
then
Yeah, like that.
yeah,
How long
like
fingers you have?
that. However many that are needed to make a
Okay, I
heart.
can do
Just
it.
Just put them all in
Someone
there.
screen capture this.
Okay, I grabbed it. I
No, not
grabbed
just
it.
you. I was saying someone in the
Okay,
audience.
I
'cause
can't
that
do
would be
it.
the perfect-
Ooh.
And then who could we could
Why
do
didn't we
I
do that
have-
earlier?
I have a finger problem.
Oh no, you're
Do
doing it.
this.
That's fine. You got it. Yeah.
Oh, with
Yes.
with so many efforts.
I'm not gonna try.
Okay,
just
are we
not
finished?
Sorry.
Are,
I'm gonna just
are we
like,
finished?
my hands must
Oh,
be disproportionate
my
because
fingers.
my fingers don't work for some
Yeah,
reason.
I have a broken finger.
Is
Actually,
this-
my ring finger's broken.
There you go.
That's
Okay.
why I wear this ring. I'm not married, but I wear an arthritis ring. I'm
She's
an old lady.
manifesting.
Yeah, I'm manifesting exactly.
God.
Crazy.
Next year, I'm not single for Valentine's Day. Don't do this
No,
to me.
I'm technically, yeah, this is something. Okay.
Okay.
I had
I
my
love you guys so
present
much
too.
from the bottom of my heart. Oh my goodness. Can we
Cute.
see or is this a secret? I mean,
No, there. I bought yesterday my husband some gifts, and my daughter asked me today, "Why? Where is my gift? Today's Valentine's Day. I want a gift too." And I couldn't find
Aw.
something to buy her, and I bought her a big chocolate and this.
Aw.
Oh, it's cute.
That's so
It's
cute.
crazy.
My
It
mom
looks
got
like it
this.
reminds me of those troll dolls.
It's
Do you guys
ugly.
remember those?
It's ugly.
Another
I
reference.
Oh
love
yeah, troll dolls. Yeah.
goofy
Okay,
little
I tell
stuffies.
her it's like a crazy scientist, and I tell her to have this when she's studying maths. Oh, you have flower?
Oh.
My mom
Yeah.
got it for me.
Oh
my
my
mom.
goodness, that's so
Oh,
sweet.
love it.
And she actually did a cuter thing. Oh my god. I still have it here. Like, okay. I have to show you guys. It says love you lots. Like she wrote it with food coloring and then put like a
Wow.
with strawberry hearts. Is so cute.
I want to meet your
Uh,
mom, Faye. She's
My
so
mom is a
cute.
cutie.
Mm-hmm.
We should have her on the show.
So, girls, see you next Friday.
Yes. We will
See
be
you
in touch
next
in our
Friday, everyone.
channels.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Creon. Easy.
Hey, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Rose.
Everyone.
Thank you very much, Kat. We have here Cat 5. He's the team of Neolinks in Twitter, and he's playing music in Nifty Island and in streaming, and
Yes.
he's great. I love him, and we had him. So, besos to all.
Besos. Un
Besos.
bacione. Un bacione.
Kalinichta.
Next time.
Buongiorno. Ciao.
Au revoir.
Kalinichta. Okay.